thought I was over it, till the pain came back again. Healing ain't a straight road, healing ain't linear at all. Some days I stand, some days I fall. Thought I was strong till I got that call again. Healing ain't linear, I learned. Some scars still ache when they turn. Some lessons take time to earn. For real, hey. Lately I've been feeling better. Then the storm changed the weather, got me fighting old emotions again. Cause people think once you heal, you never gotta feel the weight of what happened before. But truth is, it come in waves. Good months then harder days, moments where the pain still show up. And honestly that confused me. Thought growth would remove things, thought peace will make every scar disappear. But healing got its own pace, some wounds leave they trace. Even after years of trying to move on, I still got nights where I'm hurting, still got memories resurfacing, still got battles nobody know about. Yet I keep waking up, trying, keep surviving and fighting, even when my heart feels heavy. Cause progress ain't perfection, it's learning through reflection and not letting setbacks define you. And maybe that's the hardest lesson, accepting your direction won't always look the way you plan. Healing ain't linear at all. Some days I stand, some days I fall. Thought I was strong till I got that call again. Healing ain't linear, I learned. Some scars still ache when they turn. Some lessons take time to earn. For real. Late nights still test my patience, still bring old situations back into my mind when I least expect it. Sometimes a song can trigger a feeling that hit deeper than I thought it ever would again. And honestly, I used to panic, thinking healing got damaged every time I felt sadness return. But now I understand it. You can grow and still manage pain that occasionally visits. Cause being healed don't mean forgetting or never feeling regret again. It just mean the pain don't control you. I seen people hide struggles, pretending they don't crumble. Cause society say healing look perfect, but real life don't work that way. Some nights you okay, other nights you fight in your mind. Still every setback taught me the pain never bought me. And I'm stronger than the things I survived. So I keep moving forward, even when life get harder, knowing growth don't always feel good. Healing isn't becoming someone new. Maybe it's learning how to carry the old pain differently. Sometimes I sit in reflection, thinking about progression and how far I really came from darkness. Cause there were days I felt hopeless, days I couldn't focus, days I thought I'd never find peace. But somehow I kept walking, even through all the talking inside my head that tried to stop me. And every scar tell a story, not always pain and worry. Sometimes survival and growth too. Cause every setback taught me, every hard moment brought me closer to understanding myself. And maybe that's what healing is, not forgetting what happened, but finding a way to keep living without letting the past define every part of your mind or every step you take forward. So when the bad days visit, I don't let them convince me that all the progress I made disappear. Cause healing ain't a finish line, it's a journey through time, and I'm still learning every day. Healing ain't linear at all. Some days I stand, some days I fall. Thought I was strong till I got that call again. Healing ain't linear, I learned. Some scars still ache when they turn. Some lessons take time to earn. For real. Healing ain't linear at all. Some days I stand, some days I fall. Thought I was strong till I got that call again. Healing ain't linear, I learned. Some scars still ache when they turn. Some lessons take time to earn. For real. Maybe the bad days don't erase the healing.
Maybe they're just part of it.
And maybe every step forward
still counts,
even when you stumble.
So
Some days feel like progress. Some days feel like you're right back where you started. Some days I go backwards again. Old wounds show up like old friends. Thought I healed, but it depends on the day. Some days I feel stronger inside. Other days I just survive. Trying hard to keep my life from fading. Yeah, lately I've been learning patience with every difficult emotion, cause healing got a way of moving unexpected. One week I feel amazing, then old pain start awakening, and suddenly my mind feel heavy again. I used to think that meant failure, like I was losing progress, like every step I made was disappearing. But now I see it different. Growth ain't always consistent, and setbacks don't erase the work you did. Still down nights I struggle, fighting thoughts that try to pull me back into places I thought I left behind. And honestly that frustrates me, cause part of me still hates seeing old wounds finding ways to resurface. But every storm that revisit show me I can still withstand it without completely breaking apart. Cause years ago I would've folded, now I'm stronger even wounded, and that's something I gotta recognize. Maybe healing isn't climbing, maybe it's surviving the moments that make you doubt yourself. Some days I go backwards again. Old wounds show up like old friends. Thought I healed, but it depends on the day. Some days I feel stronger inside. Other days I just survive. Trying hard to keep my life from fading. Yeah. Late nights still bring reflections, still bring moments of questioning whether I'm becoming who I need to be. Cause pain got a long shadow, even after you let go. Sometimes it still follow. Quietly I seen people misunderstand healing, thinking it mean never feeling sadness, grief or heartbreak again. But life don't work that simple. Some scars stay a little visible, even when they no longer open. And honestly, that's okay now. I'm not trying to escape now. Every emotion that comes through me, cause every feeling got purpose. Even when it temporarily hurts us, it reminds us we're still human. Some mornings I wake hopeful, feeling like my soul full of reasons to keep moving forward. Other mornings feel colder, like the weight on my shoulders, trying hard to pull me back down. But I keep showing up daily, even when life don't amaze me, cause consistency became my strength.
Maybe healing isn't about never hurting. Maybe it's learning that hurting won't destroy.
Sometimes I sit in reflection, looking back in my direction, and realizing how much I actually grown. Cause there were seasons I was drowning, lost, confused, and surrounded by thoughts I couldn't control. Now I still have bad moments, but they don't define my focus the way they once did before. Cause healing taught me something. Pain don't always mean you're losing. Sometimes it means you're processing life. And every time I keep going, when my heart don't feel hopeful, I'm proving to myself I'm stronger. Not because I never struggle, but because I learned to move through the struggle without letting it win. And maybe that's the lesson. Growth don't come from perfection, it comes from getting up again. So when the dark days find me, I don't let them decide me, cause they only one chapter, not the whole story.
Some days I go backwards again. Old show up like old friends.
Thought I healed, but it depends
On the day.
Some days I feel stronger inside. Other days I just survive. Trying hard to keep my light from fading.
Some days I go backwards again. Show up like old friends.
Thought I healed, but it depends
On the day.
Some days I feel stronger inside. Other days I just survive. Trying hard to keep my light from fading. Maybe the goal is never to become unbreakable. Maybe the goal was learning how to keep going, even after being broken,
Even after doubting yourself.
even after doubting yourself. even after the bad days return. Because healing isn't about never falling. It's about finding the strength to keep standing back up. To keep standing back up. Maybe healing never really ends. Maybe you just become stronger while carrying it. Still healing, still here today. Even when the skies turn gray, still finding strength along the way. Somehow, still healing, still fighting through. Some days hard, some days new, but I ain't who I used to be right now. Yeah. Lately I've been looking backwards, not to live inside the chapters, but to see how far I really made it. Cause there were nights I felt defeated, every ounce of hope depleted, thinking pain would always be my future. And honestly I almost folded, carrying burdens on my shoulders that felt heavier than I could handle. But somehow I kept surviving, even when I stopped believing everything would eventually get better. Too many nights I sat in silence, searching hard for some guidance, while my thoughts kept pulling me under. Too many days I felt exhausted, wondering if all this progress was real or just another illusion. But looking at myself now, I finally understand how growth happens quietly sometimes. Not through huge victories, but through surviving things that once would've broken your spirit. And maybe that's what healing is, not escaping what happened, but learning how to live beyond it. Still healing, still here today. Even when the skies turn gray, still finding strength along the way. Somehow, still healing, still fighting through. Some days hard, some days new, but I ain't who I used to be right now. Yeah. Late nights still bring reflection, still bring moments of questioning whether I'm becoming somebody stronger. Cause healing got strange seasons, moments filled with different meanings. Some feel warm while others feel colder. And honestly I finally accept it, not every scar need correcting. Some scars simply show you survived. I used to think being healed meant never feeling pain again, never struggling with emotions anymore. But life taught me differently, growth happens gradually, and peace don't always arrive perfectly. Some mornings I still feel heavy, still carrying things that affect me, but they don't control my whole direction. And that's the difference now, pain don't own me somehow, even when it occasionally visits. Cause every storm I walk through, every heartbreak I survived to, built a version of me that's more resilient. And though the road's still winding, I keep moving with the mindset that every step forward still matters. Maybe healing was never about becoming fearless. Maybe it was about continuing despite the fear. Now when I sit in reflection, I see lessons in the tension that once felt impossible to carry. Cause every setback taught patience, every struggle brought changes that slowly shaped me into who I am. And I ain't saying life easy, there's still moments that reach me, still days where emotions feel heavy. But I trust myself more now than I ever did somehow, cause I know what I've already survived. And maybe that's real growth, not perfection, but hope, even after all the storm you face. Cause healing don't move straight lines, it moves through space and time, with ups and downs along the journey. And I'm still learning daily, still letting life remake me, still finding peace inside the process. So if tomorrow gets harder, I'll still move a little farther than the person I was yesterday. Still healing, still here today. Still here today. Even when the skies turn gray, still finding strength along the way. Somehow, still healing, still fighting through. Some days hard, some days new, but I ain't who I used to be right now. Still healing, still here today. Still healing, even when the skies turn gray. Still finding strength along the way. Somehow, still healing, still fighting through. Some days Still healing, still fighting through. Some days hard, some days new, but I ain't who I used to be right now. Still healing. Yeah. I gave my heart with good intentions. Never thought loving you would become one of my biggest regrets. You made me regret the nights. You made me regret the nights I stayed away protecting us. All the times I gave my energy when you stopped believing in us. I was fighting for a future, you were halfway out the door, and every promise that you made don't sound the same no more. Too many nights emotionally broken, trying hard to understand how somebody say they love you then leave you where you stand. And heartbreak changed my spirit, made trust harder to find, cause every memory of us still replay inside my mind. I gave loyalty completely, never treated love like games. Now I'm sitting with these scars, trying hard to heal the pain. Sometimes I wish I never met you just to save myself the hurt, cause loving you cost pieces of me that I still can't recover. You made me regret giving you my heart completely. Now every time I think of love, the memories defeat me. You made me regret believing every word you said, cause now I'm left with lonely nights and thoughts inside my head. Yeah, I remember all the sacrifices that I made for your happiness, ignoring my own emotional wounds, just trying to give my best. I was carrying all the pressure, trying hard to make things right, while you were slowly letting go without even putting up a fight. And maybe that's what hurt the most, knowing my intentions pure, while all the love I gave away didn't feel secure. Now I question every feeling, question every new connection, cause heartbreak left reminders in the form of self-protection. And honestly I hate that, cause that's not who I used to be. But pain can change a person more than people ever see. Still, despite all the damage, I keep trying every day, even when emotionally I feel so far away. You made me regret giving you my heart completely. Now every time I think of love, the memories defeat me. You made me regret believing every word you said, cause now I'm left with lonely nights and thoughts inside my head. Yeah. Some days I feel I'm healing, some days I feel the same. Some days I almost forget that something bring back pain. I miss the version of myself before disappointment arrived, before all these sleepless nights and tears I had to hide. And carrying these emotions been heavier than expected, cause once your heart get broken deep, everything get affected. But despite everything that happened, I still believe love exists, still believe one day happiness won't feel temporary like this. Cause deep down I know you weren't the end of my story, even though for a long time I let your memory control me. And maybe that's the lesson hidden underneath the pain. Some people enter your life just to teach you what to change. You made me regret giving you my heart completely. Now every time I think of love, the memories defeat me. You made me regret believing every word you said, cause now I'm left with lonely nights and thoughts inside my head. Cold nights, don't sleep, got these memories running deep. Lost trust, shed tears, carry this pain for years. Broken dreams on the road, trying hard not to lose hope. Heavy heart ties hold, still trying to let you go. One more day, one more fight, trying hard to make things right, trying to feel whole again. One more day, one more fight. Sometimes the biggest regret isn't loving somebody, it's losing yourself while loving them. It's ignoring your own pain, trying to save a relationship that was already falling apart. It's giving everything you have, still ending up empty. But maybe every heartbreak carries a lesson. Maybe every disappointment teaches growth. Maybe every goodbye creates space for something healthier in the future. And When I look back at all of this, the pain won't be the first thing I remember. The lesson will. Yeah. The lesson will.
Looking back at everything, I realized I was pouring from a cup that was already empty. Yeah. I gave more than I received, and that's the truth I can't ignore. I kept giving pieces of myself till I couldn't give no more. Yeah. Too many nights I stayed away, trying hard to keep us alive, while you were losing interest, and I was barely surviving. And heartbreak changed me deeply, made sure it's harder to give, cause every promise that got broken still affect the way I live. I was fighting for forever you were comfortable with. Goodbye, now I'm left replaying memories and asking myself why. And honestly it hurts knowing I would've never done the same, cause when I love somebody deeply, I don't play games. Sometimes I sit in silence, thinking how different life could be if I stopped ignoring red flags just because I wanted us to succeed. I gave more than I received, still somehow I stayed around, trying hard to save a love that was breaking down. I gave more than I received till there was nothing left of me. Now I'm trying to rebuild the person I used to be. I remember all the sacrifices that I made without complaint, ignoring my own emotional wounds while carrying all the weight. I stayed loyal through confusion, stayed solid through the lies, while you slowly grew distant right before my eyes. And maybe that's what hurt the most, knowing I gave my all while watching something beautiful slowly start to fall. Now I question my decisions, question things I overlooked, cause hindsight always show you the truth you never looked. And honestly I hate that, cause I saw the warning signs, but I convinced myself that love would change with time. Still despite all the damage I keep trying every day, even when emotionally I still feel far away. And I received, still somehow I stayed around, trying hard to save a love that was breaking down. I gave more than I received till there was nothing left of me. Now I'm trying to rebuild the person I used to be. Yeah. Some days I feel stronger, some days the pain returns, some days I feel healed, other days the memory burns. I miss the version of myself that believed love was enough, before heartbreak taught me lessons that were painfully tough. And carrying disappointment been heavier than expected, cause once your heart get broken, everything feel affected. But despite everything I lost, I still believe better days exist, still believe one day happiness won't feel temporary like this, cause deep down I know this chapter don't define me, even though for a long time I let the hurt control me. And maybe that's the lesson hidden underneath the scars. Never lose yourself for somebody, no matter who they are. I gave more than I received, still somehow I stayed around, trying hard to save a love that was breaking down. I gave more than I received till there was nothing left of me. Now I'm trying to rebuild the person I used to be. No nights, cold rain, still carrying all this pain. Lost trust, shed tears, held it in for years. Broken dreams, lonely roads, trying hard not to lose hope. Heavy heart, tired soul, still trying to let it go. One more day, one more fight, trying hard to make things right. Through the hurt, through the pain, trying to find myself again. The hardest thing about heartbreak is realizing how much of yourself you gave away, trying to save somebody else. Sometimes you become so focused on keeping a relationship alive that you forget to check on yourself.
Forget to protect your own peace.
Forget to listen when your heart is warning you.
And by the time it's over,
you barely recognize who you become.
but healing starts there.
The moment you decide to pour that same love back into yourself.
Back into yourself.
Back into yourself.
You made me regret 3, finding myself again. I thought losing you was what broke me. Then I realized losing myself hurt even more. For a long time I was hurting, trying hard to understand why I gave my heart completely, just to end up where I stand. Too many nights emotionally broken, staring at the ceiling lace, trying hard to find the answers while carrying all this weight. And heartbreak changed my spirit, made trust harder to give. Cause every scar left reminders of the way I used to live. I was fighting for forever while you were letting go. Now I see the truth clearly that I didn't wanna know. And honestly it hurts sometimes thinking about what we became. Cause I would've moved mountains while you barely stayed the same. Sometimes I sit and wonder how different things would be if I loved myself as much as I loved you endlessly. And maybe that's the lesson I was meant to understand. Never lose your own identity, trying to hold somebody's hand. Finding myself again after losing who I was, trying hard to heal the damage from a love that wasn't enough. Finding myself again, learning how to love me first, cause giving everything away only made pain worse. I remember all the moments I ignored my intuition. Every time my heart warned me, I called it overthinking. I stayed loyal through confusion, stayed solid through the lies, while slowly losing pieces of myself right before my eyes. And maybe that's what hurt the most, knowing deep down I knew the relationship was fading, but I was scared to lose you. Now I look at all the memories through a different point of view and realize I was sacrificing things I never should've. And honestly I hate that, cause I deserve better too. But when your heart attached deeply, it's hard to do what's best for you. Still, despite all the damage, I keep moving every day, cause healing starts the moment you stop begging people to stay. And maybe growth is finally choosing your peace over your fears, even if it takes a while to undo all those years. Finding myself again after losing who I was, trying hard to heal the damage from a love that wasn't enough. Finding myself again, learning how to love me first, cause giving everything away only made the pain worse. Some days I still remember the version of me back then, the one who thought forever could fix everything. In the end, I miss parts of that person, but not the pain they carry, not the sleepless nights or the emotional burden and carrying disappointment. Been heavier than expected, cause once your heart gets broken, everything feel affected. But despite everything I suffered, I still believe brighter days exist. Still believe one day happiness won't feel temporary like this, cause deep down I know this chapter made me stronger, even though the healing process took way longer. And maybe every tear I cried was helping me release everything that was stopping me from finally finding peace. Now I'm learning how to trust myself more than I trust fear. And for the first time in a long time, the future looked clear. Finding myself again after losing who I was, trying hard to heal the damage from a love that wasn't enough. Finding myself again, learning how to love me first, cause giving everything away only made
trust, yet tears. Healing after all these years. Finding myself again. Finding myself again. Piece by piece again. Broken dreams, lonely roads. Trying hard not to lose hope. Heavy heart, tired soul. Finally learning to let go. Every wound, every scar still brought me this far. One more day, one more fight. Finally seeing some light. Through the hurt, through the pain, I found myself again. Finding myself again. One breath at a time. Sometimes heartbreak isn't just about losing somebody. Sometimes it's about losing yourself. Changing who you are. Ignoring your intuition. Sacrificing your peace just to keep somebody else happy. And when it's over, you don't only grieve the relationship, you grieve the version of yourself that disappeared inside. The dreams, the effort, the energy, the years you invested. But healing has a strange way of teaching lessons. Because eventually, you stop asking why they left, and start asking why you stayed so long. You stop blaming yourself for everything. You start giving yourself grace. You stop chasing closure and start creating your own. And one day, without even realizing it, for the longest time, I thought losing you was what broke me. And I realized losing myself hurt even more. For the long time I was hurting, trying hard to understand why I gave my heart completely just to end up where I stand. Too many nights emotionally broken, staring at the ceiling late, trying hard to find the answers while carrying all this weight. Heartbreak changed my spirit, made trust harder to give. Cause every scar left reminders of the way I used to live. I was fighting for forever while you were letting go. Now I see the truth clearly that I didn't wanna know. And honestly it hurts sometimes thinking about what we became. Cause I would've moved mountains while you barely stayed the same. Sometimes I sit and wonder how different things would be if I loved myself as much as I loved you endlessly. And maybe that's the lesson I was meant to understand. Never lose your own identity trying to hold somebody's hand. Finding myself again after losing who I was, trying hard to heal the damage.